gonna be streaming, doing some sketching in pen today. Probably be a short stream, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, welcome. Hope you're having a good start to the week. This is Bob Ross. Similar hair. Sketch a dog turning into a star and call it serious. That's a creative idea. Yo, what's up? Hello from Mexico. So let me know this early part of the sketch or whatever. Since I'm using pen, I kind of go lightly, so I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but I guess we'll see in a second. I found your art because I saw your art in the sketchbook and I bought it and I fell in love with your art. Thank you. Yeah, that's actually the book I'm working on right now. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't do any kind of warm up or anything, so we'll see. Carol's on point. Yeah, I washed my hair today. Whenever I wash it, it gets extra. You are the best, thank you. Lots of Brazil fans. You know, it's funny, when I looked at like the analytics, like the cities, the countries, like Brazil is like the second most country for some, most followed country for some reason. I think it's probably because of the time of night that I usually post like in the middle of the night. I don't know, but I appreciate it. For some reason, when I draw his faces or whatever, if I start with like the chin and mouth, I can kind of get like the proportions a little better than if I start anywhere else. Have you considered choosing to paint portraits of your followers? Yeah, I used to do that a while ago. I had like a hashtag where I would do. I had like a Draw Me JMR hashtag that I used to do. I was thinking about bringing it back. I might do it again, cause it might be a more. Sometimes I kind of get bored of doing like these random Pinterest people. How are you able to split the screen? I'm streaming I'm streaming on desktop through Streamlabs. Any kind of desktop streaming software, you can have multiple inputs. So I have like my two webcams. I have this webcam, and then I have this webcam up here. And when I paint, then I'll have like this other webcam for like to show the palette. Have you ever made a portrait with only yellow and purple? That would look phenomenal. Yeah, the complementary colors. I haven't made one with just yellow and purple, but I use like purple as a base layer for like a skin tone that had like a lot of. When I noticed it had like a lot of yellow tones in it, then I would use like a purple base layer. But I never did just the purple and gold like as the finished piece. So it's Monday, right? Yeah, Monday. How's your guys' Monday? Good start to the week or not really? Hello from Tasmania. Hey, how's it going? I feel like I'm already off with these proportions. I was gonna warm up before I streamed, but I was like, you know what? I'm just whatever, just go for it. see how it goes. It's just in the sketchbook, so it doesn't even matter. But you're bold. There's no erasing here. Yeah, but with the ballpoint pen, it's nice because even though you can't erase, if you draw really lightly, like I'm doing in the beginning, it kind of acts like pencil. You have like a wide value range. Like you can go really light, or you can go like super dark too. The most annoying thing for a portrait artist is when anyone has the right to ask you to. When people think they can have the right to ask you to do a portrait for free. Yeah. Yeah, I just yeah, I used to, I mean, I guess it never really, like, in the phase where I was getting a lot of those messages was when I was still, like, in grad school and I wasn't taking commissions anyway. So I didn't really care. I would just, like, ignore it or whatever. But nah, it is annoying. Like, can you paint me or paint my dog for, like, free? But, especially if you're trying to make money from it. Your art style is so nice. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I cut this head off. Like, I didn't allow enough space for the top of the hair. What's your day job? Art. And then I have a part-time, like, remote data analyst job that I do like 10 to 15 hours a week. But for the most part, it's just art. How did you find your own style? I feel like your style, the more you kind of draw, your style kind of starts to emerge like naturally. It's a mixture of the stuff you like, your natural tendencies, and how you like the materials you use. There's a lot of things that go into it. I don't think it was ever a time that I intentionally like sat down and tried to come up with a style. The angular blocky style that I do, that came about when I was drawing a lot of portraits at first, and I was trying to get it to look exactly like the reference, but then I noticed that when I use like straight lines and stuff, it was straight lines and geometric shapes, it was easy for me to like measure proportions that way. And then instead of like, once I had the angular shape, I would just leave it in because I kind of liked how it looked. Instead of like refining it to make the shape exactly match the reference. So I guess that's how kind of my style came about. Do you know how to draw hands? Can you do a quick tutorial? Yeah, I can do a tutorial. Hands, I like to basically, it's a lot of simplification. Like if your hand is from the top, I start off by like drawing this this shape, like this is it a pentagon? Yeah, I kind of draw like a pentagon. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Let me make it bigger. Yeah, I start off drawing a pentagon where the top of the pentagon represents like the middle finger knuckle. So that'll be the middle finger, and then the knuckle to the index finger will go there, the ring finger knuckle, and then like it's like this wedge for the like this whatever this is called, like the thumb part. And then it's just thumb, and I like to draw like the gaps between the fingers. And if you want to do like this cheap shortcut, you can like group two fingers together. So like I don't do it all the time, but when I'm drawing faster, when I just want to quickly indicate a hand, I like group the middle finger together. And then I like to indicate like where this bone is. I really gotta learn all the names of the bones, but like I like to indicate that wrist bone, and then that's kind of like a basic hand. It's not the greatest hand, but and from the other side, I like it's that same pentagon shape. But I like to indicate this, like the palm. So that's the palm. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. So that's like a quick hand from the other side, and then you can always, that just gets the placement down. And then you can always add more detail. But like in life drawing class, I like getting the hands in because you don't really have a lot of time to like focus on the hands. So like coming up with like different shortcuts you can use just to like quickly indicate the shape of a hand. And then like, you know, something like that would be passable for a hand. And that, it's kind of like a go-to like sketching from imagination subject matter that I kind of do all the time, just to like practice my hands from like different angles and stuff. So like this would be like if it was like this. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's helpful. I could do like a more in-depth one, but this is kind of like the little hand indications that I kind of like to use a lot. Nice. I struggle with drawing hands. And another thing, if you like group fingers together, like group the silhouette of the fingers together, that's another way that you can. That's another way you can. Oh yeah, feet. Yeah, for feet, I like to. It's a similar concept as like the hands. I start with like, I'll indicate the ankle, and then like the base sort of. I like to group like all the little toes and then the thumb toe, something like that for hands. So you can do it from like pretty much any angle. So the big toe, the small toes, ankle. Oh, sorry, that was cut off the camera. But yeah, this, like when I find myself mindlessly doodling, I like to just practice like my hands and feet. So like there, you can draw a hand or foot in like a couple of seconds, and then just get the placement down, and then always come back and refine it if you want to. But yeah, it's. I've been working on hands lately. It's really showing me I need to work more. Yeah, they're fun. I know a lot of artists say they struggle, but they're kind of fun because it's like you can get like expression. Hands and eyes and like facial features, they have like a lot of character to them. Could you always draw? I've been drawing since I was a kid. It kind of, I wouldn't say it came naturally to me, but I think my interest in it was my interest in drawing was what came natural. But with anything, it's just a certain amount of time that you do it, eventually something will click, you know. Hands look great. Thank you. One thing, like doing like time life drawings and stuff, that definitely helps out with your like speed. And that handwork, that little hand scribbles, that actually helped me kind of loosen up a little bit, because I was drawing a bit stiff when I first started. They're dope. Keep it up. Thank you. What do you start with? Superheroes? Yeah. Yeah, superheroes. Spider-Man was definitely a favorite. I feel like Anybody that's, I feel like Spider-Man was probably a lot of people's early what got them into drawing comic book characters. And later when I found out about like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, Pokemon, I had like this Pokemon when it was originally like the 150 Pokemon. I had like a guidebook, and I like traced every Pokemon in the guidebook. And then like after doing that, I was able to go back and draw them again, like without having to trace. I gotta see if I can find all my like old kid drawings. That would be kind of interesting to see. You make me want to go back to drawing with ballpoint. Yeah, I find that it just helps. When I can erase, something in my mind just kind of just switches. When I can't erase that, it just makes me like be more like direct, I guess, if that's the word. Not quite as. I've been adding like these Pikachu like cheek. You know how Pikachu has like the circle cheeks. I kind of started adding those for some reason. You have such an easy vibe about you. Thank you for sharing and learning. What are some of your favorite public spaces to sketch? Like parks, coffee shops, airports, train stations? And thank you. Some of my favorite places outside to sketch. It's not really a place, but anytime I see like a construction site, like vehicles or whatever, like any of those like excavators or stuff like that, those always catch my eye. Something about like the big like that bright yellow color is not really common in nature, so I guess it kind of grabs the eye's attention. I don't know, something about them kind of attract me whenever I'm like riding around looking for something to paint. I like stone bridges or any kind of like brick buildings and stuff. Those are kind of like my go-to things that always attract my attention when I'm plein air painting. Did you draw comic books? No, I never drew official comic. When I was a kid, I kind of like made my own comic stories or whatever, like a lot of ninja stuff. I was like really into like ninjas and stuff like that when I was a kid. The stories are probably terrible if I went back to look at them. What is this you are using to sketch and view yourself in real time? I'm streaming on desktop with different webcams. So this is one webcam here, and it's another webcam, and it's feeding into my desktop. And that stream is streaming to YouTube and Instagram at the same time. What tips can you give to artists struggling from art block? Maybe try experimenting with something new. Like either try, if you've been doing a lot of portraits, maybe try to go outside and like paint like a landscape, or like go to like a figure drawing class. Maybe try out a different medium. Like if you do a lot of digital, maybe try out some traditional, or vice versa. What else? You can do like some of the like art challenges that are around. Like I know Inktober starts tomorrow. That's something that I didn't even look at the prompt list. I might have to see. I might try to do it. I don't know. What else? Yeah, there's a couple of things though. I always find that sometimes like I can get bored if I keep doing like the same thing over and over, so I would have to change some aspect of it to retain my attention over a long enough period. I love your curly hair. Thank you. Thank you. Is YouTube profitable for you? Good engagement? Not really. I mean, it's more so my fault that it's not, because I kind of stopped posting for a while, like a good amount. Like I haven't actually posted like a video in a long time. Like I've been saving like the live streams on there, but I haven't like made the actual YouTube video in a while. So my channel views fell below like the requirement for it to be monetized, so my channel's not monetized right now. I've been struggling to like just pick a direction to focus on. Like by far, kind of the most consistent thing I've done is like Instagram, but yeah, I'm not super. I gotta be more consistent with everything else. I need a art style is very peaceful and realistic. Thank you. Beautiful and confident with the material and clean line I identify with. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna switch to the smaller pen. The smaller pen is so this is like they're both big ballpoint pens, but this one is like, it's called the Crystal, and it's like slightly thicker. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but this point is much bolder than this other one is a fine point. So this is nice for getting like sharper lines and stuff. You can sign language. I love you, sign says. Thank you. Do you enjoy posting photos or reels more? I never liked I don't really like reels on their own. Like my favorite way to post is doing like a video, like the time-lapse video, and then in the second slide having the finished image. So that, because sometimes that's annoying about reels is like you'll finish the art piece and only like see it for like 1 second until the reel restarts, or you have to try to pause it. But I like just having the static image after the time-lapse video. And have I thought about? I have a TikTok, but like I downloaded it, tried it for a week, and never really used it again. But maybe I'll get back on. I don't know. This was a while ago, but I didn't really like the vibe of it. I don't know, hard to explain. It's probably different now. I don't know. I agree, the algorithm on here really sucks. Yeah, it varies. It varies a lot. It's not, before it was more predictable. It was more predictable, where you kind of had a good idea of how much engagement you could expect from a post depending on your audience size. But these days it fluctuates a lot. But I found that just kind of doing my original way of posting has started to kind of not work again, but it started doing better than when I was testing out reels and stuff. And I like randomly, I post like in the middle of the night. I love your art. I love how you have such control of layering the color to create such dynamic shadows and use of light shades to land the brightness of the paper to pop. Amazing skills. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How much time have you developed your style when you are consistent? I say this current iteration of because I don't remember how my old art used to look, but this current iteration came about after I started posting on Instagram, which was in 2017. So that's like 7 years, I guess. I was gonna do a montage of different portraits, but this little hand demo kind of got in the way. But I can shade this for a little bit. I usually don't. This is usually as far as I'll take it, and then I'll like paint on top of this. But this is my sketchbook. This isn't like my watercolor paper, so I'm not gonna be painting on this today. I love it. I was late to it, but great engagement, and people have been making money from engagement and people sending emoji gifts. Oh, you're talking about TikTok? Gorgeous, thank you. That's around the same time I started posting my art too. Have you ever made a self-portrait? Yeah, I usually do like 1 or 2 a year, either New Year's or birthday. But yeah, I do self-portraits. They're always fun, and it's low pressure. Because if you mess it up, like nobody cares because it's you. Any tips for drawing people? If you can, try to like break down what you're seeing into like basic geometric shapes at first, and from there, that just makes it easy to get the proportions right. Well, not right, but just it makes it easy to measure distances and get the proportions. And then from there, you can always subdivide if you want to, or just leave it as is. Knowing the anatomy and the skull is probably common advice you'd hear, and it's definitely helpful. So it's some understanding going behind what you're drawing rather than just copying exactly what you're seeing. What else? I think it's time I brush up on anatomy, like learning all the names and stuff, so I can sound more intelligent when I speak about it. Yes, TikTok. You should start posting on there and going live there. I can't be this. I caught one of. Oh, I can't believe this. I caught one of your lives after years of attempts. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully, it lives up to the expectation. Could you go over how you do ears? Mine just look like 6s. Ears. I like to ears. I like to start with this part. Like, man, I gotta learn the names of things. But I start. I get like the basic general silhouette. This is how I kind of draw an ear in general, a basic silhouette. And then like, whatever this part is called, the little flap thing. And then like all the little, yeah, this is a bad demo. I mean, it looks okay, but I didn't study the vocabulary to be able to more clearly indicate what I'm talking about. So I'm sorry if that's not really helpful, but basically you can break it down into this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it as like, oh, it's cut off, sorry. Maybe I should just make this bigger. Zoom out so I don't have to worry about. Basically, I'm seeing it as a geometric shape. So this is the first shape that I see, and then like I subdivide it inside. So I see this next shape here, and then I see like this shape, and then like the flap, and then like all the other little things. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. The skull is a bit challenging to draw, but I'm getting there. Yeah, I have this. Yeah, this model skull that I use. I got this from Amazon. It's just like a little skull puzzle. I think it was like $20 or something, but it's nice to, if you have it, that you can just kind of see it in person and like practice like from different angles and stuff like that. And it's yeah, I would definitely, if you can get like a little skull model, you should definitely check it out if you can. It's a useful tool to have. Cool anatomy, thank you. I draw too, fam. Yeah, that's what's up. What do you draw? What's like your subject matter of choice? Already love the outline, thank you. The outline is usually when I stop, because I typically render. I don't like rendering by hatching because it just takes so long. Like all this hatching, and I could just take paint and like do one brush stroke and to cover all that. But I'll do it today because this I felt like drawing, so we'll see. Is there any thoughts in your mind that you can make in different mediums as you are on social media? Is it necessary to stick at a particular medium as starting? Especially early on before you get any traction, it's nice to just. It's nice because you can just experiment and stuff. Like at a certain point, when people start following you for one thing, then they kind of want to see that one thing. But at least that's the conventional wisdom when it comes to social media. Lately, I've been doing like digital and not just portraits. Maybe I'll do some. But I think for your personal like artistic growth, it's nice to experiment with stuff and not optimize more for like getting better rather than like social media numbers, because what's working today is not gonna be working tomorrow, you know. But like the algorithm's always changing and what's popular is always changing, and I feel like I'm losing my train of thought. And I don't think I answered your question. Is there any thoughts in sticking to a particular medium? Yeah, particular medium. So like when I first started out, I was doing gray Copic marker drawings, and then I experimented. Like if I just stuck with that, I would have never found gouache and watercolor and digital and all that kind of stuff. And those have become more of a favorite than the gray marker drawing. So I'd say be open-minded to experimentation. Just because something's working doesn't mean you have to stick with that. Maybe your likes or stuff might temporarily take a hit, but it doesn't really even matter. Cause yeah, I mean, I post like Plein there. Like I know what type of portrait. I know what I can do to consistently get pretty decent performing post, but I'm like, I don't want to just do that all the time. Like I post like plein air stuff that gets a fraction of the engagement, but to me it's just fun doing it. And like, okay, how many more followers do you? Yeah, and this is like personal time. I'm not referring to anybody else, but like, how many more do you need to be satisfied? I guess at this point, especially when an algorithm shift can happen and cause you to lose a bunch of followers for almost no reason if you're not keeping up with it. So, which happened to me actually last year. I lost about 50,000 over the course of 2 years, and then it bounced back. But it's like, that just taught me it's like, it's whatever. Oh my gosh, it looks like it's gonna look on Amazon for one. Oh, that's the skull puzzle. Yeah. Yes, it was called a Anatomy 3D skull puzzle or something like that. I very much enjoy your plein air. Thank you. Yeah, those are fun. They're fun. It's fun to do. But any like, that's why I'm always hesitant to give any advice or anything when it comes to like social media, because I'm like, one, what works for somebody doesn't work for somebody else. Like, all the advice going around these days is post every day and reels and stuff. And whenever I did any of that stuff, it always had the opposite effect. I very much, why not try colored pencil on a piece like this when the paper is too thin for watercolor? I gave, yeah, I should, that's a good idea. I could try out some colored pencils. I bought some like early on when I was just getting back into art, right around the time I started this account, and I didn't really like them that much. I feel like I know a lot more about color mixing and stuff now that I feel like I'll probably do. I'd probably be able to what am I talking about? Colored pencils. Yeah, I feel like I'll do better the second time around trying it out. But I got rid of my colored pencils. I gave them away, but I could try them again. Great work. Are you a NMA student by chance? No. I did. I think they had a thing where it was like a free trial for like a week or something, and I did that just to check out, see what the classes look like. But I never signed up. Is NMA, is that New Masters Academy? What medium do you recommend for hobbyists? I recommend whatever. What's a good medium for hobbyists? It's not really one particular medium. Like, I recommend just trying out a bunch of stuff. You can't go wrong with pencil and paper, pen and paper, as like the cheapest options with like low investment, monetarily speaking. But always be open to experimentation and trying out different things as well, because you might come across something that you really like, and you never know. Like, literally everything I use is because I just tested it out. I saw like James Gurney on YouTube doing gouache, so it was James Gurney, Mini Small. It's another guy, Jared, loves to draw, and yeah, just seeing them use gouache made me want to try it, and then I did, and it became a favorite. So if something catches your interest, don't be afraid to test it out. You know, it might become like your favorite thing. Wow, perfect drawing. Thank you. What brand of color pencil did you use? I had Prismacolors. I have some now that are what are they called? They come in a green box, and they're nice. They're like the oil. I'm blanking on the name right now. Where did I put my pencils? It's somewhere around here. But they're nice. They come like Faber-Castell. That's it. Yeah. That's the one. Faber-Castell. I have the 6-pack or 12-pack of them, and they are nice. I used them before, but for like, I was using them to add quick like line definition for watercolor paintings. But I kind of stopped doing that. No particular reason why. I just stopped using them as much. But Faber-Castell, pretty good. Prismacolor blend well, but a waxy and get a fog after a time. Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Oh yeah, I have my sketchbook. Let me see. Yeah, this is this is the one. Yeah, this is I drew this this koi fish. This is Prismacolor. But I don't know if you can see like that hazy fog you were talking about. This was back in 2017. But yeah, it took forever just to kind of build up the pencil and get like that deep color. That's kind of why I like gouache and watercolor, because you can really build up color fast. Maybe I just need to work on my patience a little more. Yeah, I got the big pack. Yeah, I had the 72 count pack, but I gave it to my sister. What medium do you recommend for how? Oh, yes, sir. It is where I learned about gouache. I'm assuming that's James Gurney. But yeah, he's How often would you say you use Copics in your pieces? Not that often these days, to be honest. Cause the Copics only have the gray set, and I really like using color in my work. But whenever I'm kind of bored of doing the same thing, then I might bring out the markers. And these are Uhuhu markers. I got some of them down there. I made a few pieces with them, but I haven't made anything else. I've been really feeling like watercolor a lot lately. Once I found out that it works pretty well in the notebook that I use most of the time, that kind of motivated me to start using watercolor a lot again. Cause I took a pretty long break from watercolor. But then I had to teach like a gouache workshop. A watercolor workshop a couple weeks ago, which actually I have another one coming up in Boston. which should be cool. But what was I talking about? Not using Copics. Yeah. I'm not gonna shade this whole thing because I might start a new one. How ever try watercolor pencils? Oh, you went into the abyss? Yeah, I have. Yeah. All my lights are off except for like my little workstation here. But it's like a full. This is kind of my workstation. I got like this box light. So it's pretty bright over here, but the rest of my spot is the lights are off. Cause they have like this real harsh like yellow tint to them that I don't. And I don't have any blinds like curtains, so I don't know. But yeah, I went into the abyss. Still pretty saturated for 2017, but it takes a long time. Oh, you're talking. Oh, so over time after you're done drawing, I thought you were saying it becomes cloudy because of all the buildup when you're working. But yeah, I mean, I guess it lasted pretty well. I mean, it's in a sketchbook that's not really exposed to direct sunlight or anything. Yeah, this one's cool. I think I might start another one. How much time do you spend generally? How much time do you spend generally on art per week? This one is looking cool too. Thank you. The 72 pack. Yeah, that's the one I have. The 72 pack that's the one I had for Prism Color. Art per week generally. It really varies, but I mean, at least the thing I consistently go to is like figure drawing, and I go to like 3 sessions at least. I try to go to like 3 sessions a week. I might draw it. I drew this through in digital, but I might draw it again in pen. Maybe this guy, I don't know. He has an interesting face shape. Was I talking about pen? How many hours a week? But yeah, I mean, those sessions are 3 hours each, so that's at least 12 of life drawing, and then I try to do. Yeah, I don't have a solid answer. I try to draw at least something a day, every day, even if it's like little scribbles like especially like the foot scribble, or like hands and feet, stuff like that. But yeah, it varies. How long have you been drawing? Since I was a kid, but took a long break when I was in like college and high school. What is this? College and high school. Picked it back up in grad school. I said I usually don't start with the eyes, and yeah, we'll see. I wasn't paying it. I'll see how it goes. Usually when I start with the eyes, everything else ends up not like in proportion. The crosshatching on the hair was great. Thank you. I was saying I learned about gouache from Steve Houston on New Master. Oh, yeah, Steve Houston is cool. Yeah, I like his. He does the gouache on like the tone paper. Yeah, his stuff is real cool. Watching James Gurney is demoralizing on a certain level. Yeah, especially like his plein air videos. He'll do it, and it's like a perfect finish painting, and he'll say like, yeah, that was like 45 minutes, and I'm like, what? Like my plein airs, for example, typically they're usually between like, if it's an easy subject matter like trees and stuff, I can probably do that in like an hour and a half. But anything with like buildings, or depending on how much detail I do, that would do like it would be like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours. But I mean, he's been painting for decades, so you can't really compare. What's the site for it? Reference it. This is an app called PureRef, PUREF. Yeah, PureRef. And it's free. If you just Google PureRef, you can download it for free. And if you wanted to donate too, you can see my sketching, bro. But yeah. What was the moment when you knew that this was what you wanted to do and go ahead with it? To be honest, I kind of stumbled on it. I mean, I always drew, but I guess I never really thought about trying to make it like into make money from it, like a career. But during my time in grad school, when I was sort of getting towards the end of it, I was like, I kind of wasn't really liking it that much. And when I graduated, everybody knows what happened in 2020. And everything was closed, so at the time I had already kind of had people asking for commissions on social media, so I just kind of did that. But yeah, it wasn't really something that I like planned out. But it was just kind of kept posting, and people keep asking me for stuff, so it's been pretty cool. And it's nice working from home. What site was that for your yeah, the app was PureRef. So chill of a voice. What does HSHS mean? Is that like laughs? I don't know what that. But thank you. Why do you think that is starting with eyes throws off proportions? For me, it throws off proportions. I like to start with the chin, because with the chin, it's like the center point, and then it gives me a center point to reference, like to build up from and reference. But the eyes is two different. The eyes is like two different points. I usually like putting the eyes in last, so that I can make sure they're the right size and the right location. But like the chin, for the chin, all you gotta do is put like a line, like that could be the chin, and then from there I can go up to building. I can locate the neck, I can locate the cheek, the mouth, and it's all like kind of in a line. But the eyes, they're like, yeah, it's two reference points rather than one. I think that's why. And it's kind of like in the middle of the head, like starting with like one of the clear boundaries of the head. It kind of makes you're committing to that once. You're committing to having that there, and then from there, that gives you something to build out from. I don't know if that makes sense. I know there's a guy on YouTube. I don't know if Eric Anthony. he draws a point. He just starts with an eye and then just builds out from there. And I like that's. I tried to do it once and I just couldn't do it. Starting with the eye sets the tone. Really. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going okay right now. We'll see. We'll have to see when everything's together, but. Whoa, did I just catch a stream at the start? I started this portrait. I drew this one. Finished this portrait. I don't know how long that was. This one was maybe like a half hour. And some little demos and stuff. But you have gorgeous curls. Thank you. I'm a huge fan. Thank you. Yeah, it was whenever. Huge fan. And you're drawing in pen, that's confidence right there. It would be confidence if I was using one of these pens. Like one of these, the Pilot G2s, because those ones, you can't, like, when you put a line down, that's just what you get. Like, you get just a straight bold line. Versus the ballpoint pen, I can, like, measure with these, like, really faint lines and then commit. I mean, I guess it is more confident than pencil, but it's still, you still have some, what's the word? It's room to. It's not completely committal. It's not as committal as like like a Pilot G2 or something, like one of those type of pens. I get how simplifying into one line would make it easier. Starting at the base, the middle, gonna try it. Yeah, it's something that I picked up when I was from doing like life drawing, because when I first started doing life drawing, I never had enough time to finish the head, so I always start with the torso, and then from there I'll do the neck and build up to the face. That's why I started with the chin, because on the short poses it's just not enough time to do a face. But as the time kind of builds, I have the same method. I just extended. So like my line quality kind of looks the same the entire time. I just have enough time to add more details. So like I can. Like for like a 1 minute pose, like a 1 minute pose would be something like this. Like I would get the torso or whatever, but it's no time to get the head. So like when I start drawing from the chin up, I would be able to just go from here and then build up there. If I put the eyes randomly there, it's a lot that can go wrong until you like. It's a lot that could go wrong, but if you start from the chin and you're like connecting like in like sequentially, if that makes sense. I don't know. I get how simply. So what would it? Will you be coloring those? No. I'm just sketching today. Just drawing today. This isn't on my watercolor paper. So. Yeah, I just felt like drawing. Oh, that's good to know. It can get crazy in ballpoint. I might after this one, I'll try to do one with this other pen. That's gonna be tricky to talk and try to do that at the same time, though. We'll see. But it's low stakes since it's in the sketchbook. So when I know every time I do like a sketchbook tour, when it's like paintings and stuff, it's always that one comment that like, oh, this isn't a sketchbook, it's an art book because it's paintings and stuff or whatever. And I'm like, you can have. To me, it's like I just call everything a sketchbook. Like I don't really care too much about the specific semantic wording about it, but I have sketchbooks for different purposes. Like this one that I'm working in now, it just has a bunch of like random stuff. It's probably what people kind of think more of a sketchbook, like messy sketches and random brainless doodles and stuff. And then I have sketchbooks where I'm like, I call it's just a place to practice like painting with gouache or stuff, because it's just easier to that is kind of weird, but whatever. What was I talking about? Sketchbooks. Yeah, it's easier to just jump into a painting by just flipping over a page rather than having to like prepare, like mount a piece of paper to a board or something like that. Can you recommend any good books or online resources for improving portrait painting? I mean, you probably heard of this one before, but like a good starting place is like the Andrew Loomis books. Not necessarily, you don't have to follow them exactly, but you don't have to follow them exactly, but it's a nice place just to get some basic starting info. He has a system of splitting the head into like thirds and stuff like that, and that definitely helps. And then as you go along, you can take what you want and adapt it and combine different methods as well. But I'd say you can get a free PDF of the Loomis method, the Loomis books. Can we see the model you're drawing? Yeah, it's this. Can you see it down there? I just when I'm drawing, I kind of have it zoomed out so I can see the whole picture. I found that it makes it a little easier to get the proportions if the reference is a little smaller, versus if you're if you're zoomed in too early, it makes it kind of easy to not see the whole picture. I usually run into some issues with drawing full figures starting with the head. I usually do portraits. Great tip. Always learning. Thanks, man. Yeah, me too. Me too. I usually I like starting with the torso, or if I'm like, sometimes I'll start with like a shoulder or a foot. Like if I want to make sure I fit it in like a specific corner of the page. It's usually anything but the head. Although sometimes I do, but it's not my first choice. People who police arbitrary distinctions of what makes it a sketchbook is tiring. Yeah, I feel like just let people refer to whatever they want. But I get why, because maybe it might send like the wrong message, like this is how you should, because those type of sketchbooks, when it's like more polished or looking, at least art that's not like just scribbles, they tend to they always seem to capture like attention. Like even the one I posted recently, it tends to do that tends to kind of be the more eye-catching stuff. And like if I posted like something like real ugly, like what's the page? Like if I posted like a page like this, nobody will like it's just the kind of stuff like practicing drawing circles, random sketches, some from reference, a lot from memory, that kind of stuff. It's not really. That's more so for me. Yeah, I see it. Thanks. Have a good night. Yeah, you too. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping by. I feel like I'm going kind of slow on this portrait. Speed it up a bit. I feel like his eyes aren't quite that far apart. Gotta head out tonight. Thanks for again, JMR, for opening up a window and see your work. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. One of these days, I'm gonna start a stream earlier in the day. I usually end up streaming late at night. For some reason, it's just easier for me to focus at night. What kind of paper do you use for watercoloring? If it's like a separate sheet, I like Arches or Sanders Waterford. Those are pretty nice. I've been using the Strathmore mix. Where is it? The Strathmore. I use this one for like just doing watercolors in like a sketchbook. Strathmore Mixed Media. But yes, this one's actually not too bad. Starting with the eyes, didn't or if I start with the eyes, it's I have to be I'm a lot more hesitant, I'd say, when like committing to proportions and stuff. Thanks, no problem. No problem. Are you guys drawing? Anybody drawing? Do you start out with the ink outline, or do you start off with the ink outline, or do you put pencil sketch down first and go over it in ink? I started off just ballpoint. The whole thing is ballpoint. The early sketches with this, I use a bolder ballpoint for the early sketch because you can get like really faint lines. And then once I have like the proportions down, then I switch to this finer ballpoint that you can't get quite as faint lines, but you can get really fine lines for a lot more control. But yeah, it's pen the whole time. But it's kind of like you still can have a wide value range like you do with pencil. So it's a nice like You get the benefits kind of both media, except you just can't erase. Man, I hate drawing noses. I always mess up the angle. So I always, with noses, I just start off with like a diamond shape. If you have a diamond shape, the diamond shape can show like the perspective. So like if it's head on, it will look like that. If it's to the side, it will kind of come out a bit more. And then that you can separate like the top and bottom of the nose. And then from there, from that diamond shape, then you can always add like the nostrils and stuff. But I don't know if that might be too small to see. Yeah, just a simple diamond shape that you can always build up from. So like if it was a front angle, once again a diamond, this represents like the top plane and then the bottom plane. Then you can have the nostrils come out like that. And you can adjust it to depending on like the shape of the nose. Like I have a really pretty round nose, so you could just like start with the diamond. But then just like if you want to make like a rounder shape, then you can just do something like that. And then that goes into, it's called like the keystone shape, the shape between your between your eyebrows. And then the edges of the nostrils kind of line up with the inside corner of the eye. So I usually indicate the rough eye placement just like that, and I'll come back and refine it later. And then the eyebrows. But yeah, whenever it comes to any kind of shape, just try to simplify the features into basic polygons. At least that's what I'm doing. I might not explicitly draw it, but that's what I'm doing in my head, like breaking it down into simple polygons and shapes and stuff like that. I hope that helps. When you're first starting off, make sure you do all the construction lines and stuff. And the more you draw them, they get ingrained into your head, and then you start being able to project them onto the paper without having to fully draw them out. That's when it kind of gets more fun to do, because drawing construction lines is at a certain point, when you don't need to, it's a little more fun. I feel like the face is a bit. And sorry, I got every time I adjust the camera, I forget to put it back. But yeah, this eye. That's the reason I don't like starting with the eye. I feel like this eye is like not aligned. How's your plein air journey going? I gotta. It's been a couple of days since I've gone. I painted outside on, I want to say, last Thursday. So it's been a couple of days. Gotta get it in before the weather gets too cold. Cause I do not like the cold. But it's been pretty nice the last couple of days. With Plein air, I gotta go first thing in the morning just to make sure I get it out the way, because if I don't, it makes it less likely for me to do it. I find that anything, whenever I want to try to build like a habit of anything, for me it works best if I do it like first thing in the morning. But the issue, like I like exercising in the morning too, so sometimes it's like either exercise or do Plein air. That's not bad. I think I'll do another one. Cool. Might do this one. I can't tell if this is AI or not. I think it is. Cause like I don't think people can have parts like this. I don't think anybody's parts you can do that with your hair. I thought it was a cool like a cool silhouette. But the more I look at it, the more I think it might be AI. The eyebrows are kind of weird. If it's not AI, then it might be like insulting. I don't know. It's an interesting face. What about Nocturne? Yeah, I did a couple. Thanks for the nose tip. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Nocturnes. I started a Nocturne. I never went back to finish it though. I was painting this gas station at night, and the lights cut off before I could finish, so I couldn't see anything. So I had to leave. But how long has it been? It's been about an hour. I'll draw one more. I feel like drawing birds. I don't want to draw another. Yeah, I think I want to draw some birds. Let's see. I don't really feel like. But yeah, nocturne painting. Yeah, it's hard. It's fun painting at night. You just gotta be. You gotta make sure you pick a safe location. You know, you got like whether it's that's why I picked like a gas station, because it's like populated. So it's like people coming and going. You don't want to be on like a random block painting at night. That's a cool bird. With animals, it's kind of cool because it's you don't really have to be super accurate. At least it's easier it's more forgiving than like a face. I eat it too many times. Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, painting at night. Yeah, but yeah, painting at night is fun because it's a whole bunch of different colors. Like all of the lights come from like buildings and signs and stuff rather than the sun, since the sunlight's gone. And it gives like different cool shapes. This one I just kind of started with the eye, and I'm just building out from there. And yeah, somebody was asking about art block earlier. Like, if you switch up your subject matter, that can help. That might help you get out of art block. Because painting the same thing over and over, you just might be bored of it. Might want to just try something else. Really dope. Thank you and good night. Yeah, thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I might wrap it up after this bird. What time is it? 10? Yeah, it's just a quick stream to hop on, draw for a little bit. I will watch on YouTube. I joined too late. Yeah, it'll save, and I'll post the finish on here as well. Like the final video. It's gonna kind of overlap with this portrait over here. Do you use PureRef to store images you find, or does it already have a bunch of images already for you to access? Now you put references that you find on there. So like it's basically like a mood board basically. So from Google or Pinterest or whatever, you can just drag and drop an image here, and it will store everything for you. And you can move it around, you can rotate it, you can flip it, adjust it. But yeah, it's just a mood board app. when you open a new file, it's going to be blank, and then you can just fill it up with whatever images you want. It looks like she got a little cute pet bird. Yeah, it's I don't know the bird. How can you tell it's a she? And like Disney cartoons or whatever, they would give like give the bird like eyelashes or something to kind of denote. It's my first time watching one of your live streams. How often do you do them? To be honest, they're just kind of a spur of the moment thing. And they're usually around this time of night. My track record is I'll stream for a couple days and disappear for like a couple months and then repeat the cycle. But I mean, I'll try to be more consistent. But yeah, as of right now, no steady streaming schedule. That makes sense. I need this mood board app in my life. Really appreciate your work. Yeah, it's called Pure Ref. Just Google it. It's free. I mean, you can get it for free. You can they let you download for free, but it's you can donate to if you wanted to support them. Cause it's a pretty good app. There's one on iPad called VizRef as well. If you use your iPad and it does the same thing. It's just a mood board. When you say Disney, that already looks like Pocahontas with short hair. Pocahontas looks like a bird, apparently. Yeah, like with shading with pen, it takes all these strokes just to cover this area. Whereas if you had a paintbrush, I could cover this area in like just 2 strokes. Just like boom, boom. And that's it. That's all you need to do. So I usually, my sketch lines, I kind of keep them to like this outline stage. If I was going to paint it, leave it at the outline stage and then I would render it in paint. Just because I like how fast paint is compared to hatching. But hatching can be like fun too sometimes. It's like meditative. I like to, if I'm shading a general area, I like to just make all the hatches go in one direction. But if it's like trying to indicate form with the hatching, then sometimes I'll like have the hatches follow like the direction of the form. So like if it was like a cylinder, something coming towards you, you can like have the hatches kind of follow, like wrap around the cylinder. Just stuff that like that you can use to indicate form. Sorry for asking, but could you repeat the name of the app, please? Also, sending love. Really enjoying this live. It's also my first time catching. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. It's called Pure. For desktop, it's called Pure Ref. And then for iPad, there's one called VizRef. So those are the two mood board apps if you were interested. The iPad one costs money, but so it's like $4, so it's not bad. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Random bird. I forgot what kind of bird this was. Somebody told me last time I streamed and I actually painted one of these. But I forgot the name of the bird. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Bro, that's a seagull. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fancy seagull. How long have you been drawing, mister? How long have I been drawing? I've been drawing since I was a kid. But during high school and college and stuff, I took kind of like a break from it and got back into it around 2017. So I'd say consistently. Did this pen run out? No. Since like 2017, so like 7 years. But that's really discounting like a lot of the what was I talking about? How long have I been drawing? Yeah, since a kid, but it's consistently since 2017. Freeform is an app that is already on your Mac and iPad that mood boards and syncs. That's pretty cool. I haven't heard of that one. Gotta see if I have it. My iPad, I got the 2018 iPad Pro. It's held up pretty good. No issues. I use it for just Procreate and that's not bad. It's cool, Bert. I didn't do any kind of shading on this guy. Yeah, Freeform though. Yeah, I have to check that out. Do you ever mind people watching you draw? No, it's fun. It's fun chilling and talking. It makes the time go by faster, and it keeps me on task. Like keeps me focused. Cause I'm not like if it was just me, I probably would have been checking my phone by now. Unless like when it comes to painting at home, if I'm painting like outside or like doing like a plein air or something like that, then it's way easier for me to stay focused. But something, sorry, need some water. I feel like if you laid a wash of orange watercolor down and did a blue pen drawing on top, the color complementary colors would look nice. Yeah, I think that would look kind of cool. This paper is real thin though. It's not. This one probably wouldn't withstand the watercolor too well. It would probably start to disintegrate. Maybe then maybe a uni Posca marker for highlights. I could see some orange here. I got use Poscas a little bit more. Before I had trouble like kind of getting them to. I didn't realize how much you had to shake them in order to get the ink to activate. Because before when I was trying to use them, they was like so watery. But that was I probably just didn't shake them enough to really mix the paint up inside. What's your favorite subject to draw? Probably portraits, followed by like boots, leather boots, and then like birds and animals and stuff. Oh, and plein air, like painting specifically like construction vehicles or like brick buildings and kind of all over the place. What's your favorite subject to draw? Have you done any live streaming on the Twitch platform? Yeah, I streamed on Twitch. I switched to YouTube though. So whenever I'm doing these Instagram lives, I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. And just because YouTube saves them automatically. Twitch, I think you have like a 60-day time limit. But yeah, I have some old streams up on Twitch too. I might go back at some point. But yeah, anytime I do the Instagram lives, I'll be streaming on YouTube at the same time. Because in order to be able to stream from the desktop, you have to stream to a vertical and a horizontal platform. with at the same time with the dual stream. Your hair is amazing, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So it's one of those unicorn days where you decide to hop on Insta. Yeah. I was starting to be consistent back in like May, and then it turned to June and the weather got real nice, so I wanted to just paint outside. And now here we are back to fall, so I'll probably be around more. Yeah, it's not like trying to focus sitting at your desk when it's like nice warm weather outside. Oh, cool. Good to know. Thanks. I hardly ever use YouTube except for music content. That's great to know. YouTube saves your lives. You watch? Do you have premium or something? You watch music on YouTube? Cause it's like the ads and stuff kind of get annoying. I like YouTube for like longer form videos to put on when I'm like painting, something that doesn't require me to constantly stop and search for a new video. Love your account and your art makes my feed so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Any tips for an off day for drawing? If you're having an off day, well, for one, off days, they happen to everybody. And a lot of times it's a matter of just kind of expecting the first couple of drawings you do to be off. That's why like people say like warm-up sketches and stuff. Like your warm-up is to get like the warm-up is to get the bad sketches out the way so that you're able to kind of your brain and hand kind of get more in sync, and then you'll start making more satisfying drawings. But so a tip is just to not put too much pressure on yourself and just expect the first couple to be like go in with the mindset of, hey, these are gonna be bad at first, and then after enough warm up, then my hand will get warmed up and I'll be able to make. But if the entire day is off, then hey, that happens too. Once again, just be patient with yourself. You can switch up, maybe switch your tool that you're using. Like if you feel like you're having an off day and you're drawing with pen, then maybe switch to pencil or vice versa, or maybe just do some marker sketches. Bring out like a Sharpie or something. Just, hey, it's already bad anyway, so it can't get worse. You know, you can just test out some other stuff. You might stumble on something that you like. You could sketch with just paint. It's like do like a watercolor painting without making like a sketch beforehand. It's a lot of stuff. Other than another day will be better. Yeah, that's funny because that's what I was going to catch myself saying, but I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably heard that before, and that's not really helpful. Besides like the obvious. I promise you that Strathmore paper can hold a light watercolor wash. Oh yeah, in terms of putting like a light watercolor wash over top of this. Yeah. Let's see. I can put some yellow on the bird eye to see what it looks like. The paper's gonna warp a lot, but it's hey, it's messy sketchbook. It doesn't matter. Yeah, for this though, you definitely can't layer too much and have too wet of a wash. So yeah, let's see what it looks like. And put some yellow for the bird eye. See if it pops. I'm looking for a specific brown brush that doesn't hold too much water. Yeah, my palette. I don't have the palette cam turned on today because I wasn't planning on painting. Let's see. Get some yellow. Not too much water. Yeah, you have about like one good wash for this paper before it starts to disintegrate. Not disintegrate. That's a little dramatic, but I promise you that. Oh yeah. Where's my computer mouse? I have loved watching you grow in your art over the last few years. Keep it up. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, it's been fun. Just trying it. Sometimes daily, you don't really see improvement daily, but if you zoom out enough, you might see some. That's always nice. That yellow's kind of cool, actually. I think it doesn't go that far down though. I'll do some orange for the bird feathers. I was painting this bird or drawing this bird earlier. I want to learn how to do this simultaneous stream. What do I need for this? You just need a desktop app called Streamlabs or OBS, whatever streaming software you like, and you stream from desktop. And all you'll just need like separate. I'm using webcams, but you can use whatever camera you have that can connect to your computer. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, this paper is definitely not meant to. But it looks cool. Just a quick little wash. Maybe some ultramarine and some kind of brown just to make that real dark blue color. But yeah, I like to save my watercolors for the watercolor paint. I actually like how cross hatching looks though. I don't think I want to get rid of it completely. Not bad. Not bad. I think I did like it with just the lines better. But But it's just that's what the sketchbook is for, just doing experiments and stuff. I want to learn how to do. Oh, I read that already. Yes, I like watching / listening to a few videos at a time. As yeah, they suck. I'm nostalgic of my old school music video clips. I feel like the YouTube algorithm has been, at least for me, recommending like old school music clips lately. It's like nostalgia. The paper does hold up decent as long as you don't as long as you don't scrub it too much. I promise you. Yeah, that makes sense. Those self expectations probably the cause. Yeah, for sure. I'm about to abuse a Sharpie soon. Ditch the pencil for better improvement. What's your streaming setup? Do you have a video on it? I don't have a video, but I'm streaming on desktop using Streamlabs, and I'm using this webcam here, which is the selfie webcam. This webcam up here, which is the main one, and then whenever I do like the palette cam, I have this other webcam, which this webcam is facing over the palette. So if I turn the palette cam on, let's see. You can see it. Where is it? Yeah, this is the palette cam down here. And then all that's connected to my desktop through Streamlabs. This is what Streamlabs looks like. So you can see. This is the YouTube output. And then this is the Instagram output, and you stream to both at the same time. And it's called Streamlabs. Streamlabs desktop. So yeah, and then you can just have a bunch of different. Like I have like this little. You can have like a bunch of different elements. So like, I have this little logo in the bottom right corner. And then this is like I have like this little Spotify window that's up there, and yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff you can have. But yeah, this is a basic streaming software. The thing is, earlier this year, Instagram allows you to stream from desktop now, so yeah, so you're able to have both of these running at the same time. And then it has like the YouTube chat, and then I have a separate window for like the Instagram chat over there. But yeah, that's the quick setup tour. Hi again, this is looking great. Thank you. Oh no, I missed the sketching process. It looks so clean. Thank you. It's the art and noses part of the concept. Now this was somebody was asking about how I draw noses, so this is like a super quick demo to show. Yeah, this is just my ugly sketchbook where I just do like random scribbles and stuff. So it's like no pressure for this sketchbook. This is the kind of stuff I usually do and maybe come up with ideas every now and then, or do like thumbnails and stuff. This was like a thumbnail page, and just a bunch of random stuff in this sketchbook. This is kind of cool. Burger. And then a lot of like just sketches from imagination and stuff, just to test my anatomy, make sure I'm like retaining anatomy information. But yeah, this is just a messy sketchbook. Beautiful drawing. Thank you. I need to go, but thank you for sharing all your art, your tips, tools, and equipment with us. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it was definitely fun. And I'll be on the lookout for your next lives. Yeah, try to be more regular with it. No promises though, but I'll try. Yeah, I might wrap it up soon. Thank you for sharing your drawings. Good night. How many years have you been drawing, and do you have any tips? I've been drawing since I was a kid, but tips, drawing, it definitely helps if you like break down what you're seeing into simple like geometric shapes and stuff, instead of trying to copy exactly what you see. Simple shapes help you be able to quickly establish like the proportions of things, measure distances between things, and quickly change the distances if you don't like how something is. Let me take that palette cam off though. So yeah, start off by trying to break things down into simple shapes, and I'm gonna draw a couple skulls. And I'm gonna use the pen that is less forgiving, where you can't really get lighter lines. What are my tips? Yeah, I think that's it. I wanted to say, unless you had any specific questions. That's not cotton mixed media paper, right? Yes, this is way thinner. This is just a regular Strathmore sketchbook. Yeah, it's not mixed media though. I wasn't planning on doing. I was just testing out the seeing how watercolor looked on it. But yeah, you can get maybe like 1 or 2 washes, but that's about it. I wouldn't really push it too much more than that. But yeah, it looks kind of cool though. It looks cool. You can still see some of the pen lines below. But yeah, just like a quick wash. Love your style, man. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for stopping by. You have been one of the few first artists I follow on Instagram. I love your art style. Hope to be like you one day. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, just have fun with it. Just practice. No pressure. Yeah, and just keep going, you know. I tend to use masking fluid for highlights. That's just something about the white. There's just something about the white of the paper. I use watercolor more than gouache. Yeah, it is satisfying when you use masking tape, and then when you peel it off and you have like those nice clean white of the paper for the highlights. It definitely is more appealing than if you were to go back in with like white gouache to get your whites. For like a large piece or like a more finished piece, that's definitely the method I would that's the method I like to use. If it's like a sketchbook painting or whatever that I'm just trying to get practice and go quickly with, then yeah, I'll try to map around the highlights or just use white gouache if I'm feeling lazy. But yeah, nothing beats the white of the paper. White gouache never quite gets as bright. never gets as bright. Do you draw every day? Yeah, I try to, even if it's just like little doodles, like little doodles like these, where it's just scribbles and nonsense. But I try to do something every day. How are you? Nice to see you streaming. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. And yeah, I'm pretty good. Just stopped in for a quick stream just to draw. So it's like low pressure. I don't have to have a finished painting or record a video for Instagram or whatever. So just felt like hopping on here, chilling, streaming. Yeah, doing these kind of streams might make it more regular to do. I was always self-conscious about drawing on stream before, because it's like when you have the drawing done already, basically you just have a roadmap and you just have to kind of follow it. But in drawing and painting and talking is way easier than, at least before, drawing and talking. But I'm actually getting used to it. I don't know how I got on to what am I talking about even? How did I even get here? Cause how am I doing? Oh yeah, so yeah, my day, I'm doing pretty good. Yes, I'm just overlapping. I don't really care about having a clean sketch, but just overlapping with a different color. Are those pencils specifically for drawing or a regular one? Yeah, this is a Pilot High-Tech C pen. So it's a pen that is this considered a ballpoint pen? Yeah, it's a ballpoint pen, but this one doesn't have as much pressure sensitivity as like the big pen. How are you planning to color this? I'm not gonna color this one. I'm just I'm just gonna leave my sketches. This one I added like a wash just to see how the paint behaves on paper, but it can take like maybe 1 or 2 washes, but the color doesn't go on down that too nicely. It's like kind of splotchy and stuff. This paper is not designed for water-based media. It's more so for dry media. And these are just some comfort zone skulls. I draw skulls a lot, so just to fill out the page. And do you ever do live feedback or concept sessions? I haven't yet. I haven't before. I've never given like a critique on stuff. But when it was kind of fun when I taught my in-person watercolor workshop that was kind of cool to see like how people were applying the paint in real time, and I could like say like, hey, you can check like this, maybe like try adding the paint without scrubbing, like trying to add like a confident stroke and just don't be afraid to let it kind of just sit as is, and that will give you like a better result than like overworking the surface. And it's just little stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't done any like online feedback sessions or anything. It's getting kind of late. Draw a couple more skulls and then call it a night. I don't know. Is this red showing up on camera? I don't know if you guys can see that. Whenever I overlap sketches like this, I like to switch to a different color because it makes it stand out a bit more. And yeah, I'm just drawing from this skull model that I have. This is useful if you're into portrait drawing, because a lot of the features on your face are like the skull underneath are responsible for the features on your face. So it's good to have a general idea of the shapes of the skull. And one of the things I learning about drawing is like you don't have to draw everything explicitly. Like it's like sometimes the drawing looks a little more satisfying if you like leave some stuff out strategically. And then your brain kind of completes the image. I gotta draw more on stream because this was actually I was always kind of nervous to draw on stream for some reason, but this is actually kind of relaxing. Just chilling. I always like default into painting because it's easier to multitask with painting. Maybe that was just an excuse I was telling myself. I like your hairstyle. Half of my family has it in their genes, but not me. Thank you. Only thing is just it gets tangled really easy, so it's a lot of the time is spent getting like all the knots out. Which can be kind of annoying. Is it difficult for you to draw teeth sometimes? For teeth, I just like I was saying earlier, I kind of leave a lot of detail out. A lot of it is just kind of showing the where the teeth kind of meets the gum line, but like not drawing every single individual tooth and leaving like gaps, but maybe putting a couple lines here and there to make it like, yeah, not necessarily explicitly drawing every tooth, because that can make it look creepy. For a skull, it doesn't matter because skulls might be considered creepy, but for like a portrait, it might be more aesthetic if you don't draw every single tooth explicitly. Draw one with the mouth open. It might be kind of, I don't know if all the overlapping sketches might be make it kind of hard to see. But yeah, drawing teeth, yeah, it's not too bad. You don't have to draw everything explicitly, I would say. And one thing about like drawing from life, like I'm looking at this and drawing, if you close like one eye, that kind of can help you. It flattens like what you're seeing. When you have two eyes open, you have what's called stereoscopic vision. That's how we have like depth perception and stuff. But closing one eye gets rid of that, and it makes it a little easier to like judge distances. So that might be helpful for anybody trying to get into drawing from life or 3D, like sculptures or whatever. Hey, coloring. Can you tell us how Strathmore came to put your work on their sketchbook? Yeah, it was originally they found me through Instagram, and over the years I've done a couple like collaborations with them, like did like a workshop, a couple like posts and stuff, but then eventually they kind of asked me if I wanted to do a cover. Just like reached out through email. And yeah, it was cool. It's this one. But yeah, it was kind of, they just kind of reached out and asked if I wanted to do it. It was fun. I never expected anything like that, but it was kind of definitely fun to do. Now I want to color. Or painting rather, with the lo-fi vibes. Now I want to color. Yeah, you should color. Bring out your supplies. Gwendolyn, I agree. I just think watercolor has so many available options, like accenting a pen drawing. I think I missed something. And I like drawing with white. I'll use whiteout pen in ink drawing. Yeah, whiteout is cool. Have you ever tried the Sakura Jelly Rolls pens? Those are pretty nice too. If you like drawing with white. So cool. Thank you. I'm so rusty too. I can barely draw a stick figure to save my life, but coloring is a huge stress reliever. Yeah, for sure. That's why they have like adult coloring books, you know. Even if you don't want to draw, you can always still color by getting one of those. It's therapeutic. Yeah, so like for the teeth, I'm just gonna indicate like a dot for like the bottom row of the teeth, and then yeah, I'm just putting some dots to get the rough idea of the tooth placement. But I'm definitely not gonna draw every tooth. Skulls are always a nice warm-up subject matter, because you don't have to be perfect, and it just get your hand moving. Although this skull is like kind of wonky. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. At least the top. I like the bottom of it. The top is kind of weird. I could have spent a little bit more time on like the measuring, like construction phase, but on to the next one. It's getting late here. Thanks for sharing again. Good night, everyone. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm about to run. I'm about to sign off too anyway. I want to watch, but unfortunately it's school time. Yeah, I'm heading out anyway. I'll finish. This is what the page looks like. So no, it's just some fun sketches just to, chill, do a stream, low pressure stream. Don't need a post or anything like that. So yeah, this was just portrait, bird, a couple skulls, and then I did this one from earlier. This portrait too. That one, I like this one. I might redraw this and paint it because I like that. I like the profile. That would be fun to paint in some random bad demos. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. That was fun. And now I'm not self-conscious to just do it like a drawing stream anymore, because it's really low pressure. It doesn't really matter how it turns out. I'm noticing that this watercolor actually kind of, if you look closely, you can see it like bleeding through a tiny bit, very slightly. And the paper works quite a bit, but yeah, that was fun, guys. But yes, I love the jelly roll. Yeah, jelly roll is nice. Jelly roll is fun to use, especially if you have like tone paper, anything like that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging out. I'll try to stream again at some point. Maybe on a week, maybe over the weekend or like Friday or something. Commit to an actual schedule so people know when I'm going live. But until then, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.